everybody. I am so glad. Just take a look here. Okay, so we are live now. Hello, everybody. I am so glad to be here. And today we will analyze a very special person. It's very special for all of us. Each one of us heard about John F. Kennedy. So it's not unknown person. Who is John F. Kennedy? The John F. Kennedy is the 35th President of the United States. And before I started now, so we have all of us, we have some inspiration. For example, 35th President, 35th, 3 plus 5, we are having the number, if we add them, the number 8. 8 is the number of karma. So this president has a karmic presidency. And sit down, because I took a look at the 8th president. Nothing special, 5 years, it's okay. The 17th president was installed after the assassination of the 16th president. So the 16 is a karmic number. So the 16th president was assassinated. Yeah, and the 17th, also the number 8, it was okay. I took a look. So let's see again what happened. Took a look at the 26th presidency. And there I found out that the 25th also died, assassinated, and the 26th come after this assassination. So twice happened, and 35th presidency has also assassination, and the 36th was again a new and normal one. Why do I take a look at those things? Why? Because it is very important. We see numbers are all around us. And let's see who is this John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy was born on 29th May 1970. He has also 1917, it's also an 8. Normally this person, because he has also an 8 in the numerology of his birthday, he could live longer. But he has some risks. We will talk about this. Who was this person from the astrological point of view? He was also a Gemini. Gemini are the people which are very good in languages and talk to the people. He was amazing. He could talk to the people and he was heard. We will see about this. What mean this? The first planet after the rising was Libra. What means rising Libra? It is how he is perceived outside. It's a Venus sign, so he was a good-looking man. He liked the nice things, to have nice clothes and so on. He was a good-looking man. The problem is he has also a Venus in Gemini, and that means he needs more partners. So he has a solid, strong family and children and so on, but nature needs in Gemini. If you have the Venus in Gemini, it is a tendency that you have some affairs behind the marriage or around the marriage. I don't know how we can tell it, but it was also in his astrology how he was born. For the fact that I took a look at the first house, which was occupied by a planet, and it was the fourth house of the family, but which kind of planet? Uranus. And Uranus was also retrograde. That means things could come and go at once in his life. So this retrograde, that means he is not the first time here. We will talk about this. He has a karmic number as a president. We will see how many things he had to solve and so on. Okay, he has some tensions with Mars and with Jupiter and the Pluto. So He was a very strong personality. What very important is for his person is that he was a born leader. In the career house has a Saturn in Cancer. That means born leader, stable, solid. He has, how should I say, he was born to be a leader, to be a president, and his moon also in Virgo and in the 11th house of the groups and of the people. He was also empathic, a social empathic person. He could make a lot of changes. He could have the people on his side. He has this little something magic, how he was talking, he was reacting, and so on. He was very solid and profound with this moon about his soul in Virgo. Yeah, could take care of all the things a little bit more, take care of a little bit more order in his life and so on. He has also a lot of energy. Yes, this is astrology. So we know now why he was so loved by the people. He was only 2 years president, but he was a senator in Massachusetts, and he has this little something. You hear him, and if we hear, for example, ich bin ein Berliner, how he was speaking with his accent, Gemini, yes, a social people with empathy and a born leader. Yeah, he took the whole Europe, and he was doing also things which were a little bit revolutionary. It was characteristic. This is his chart, a little bit so in how he was born. All those characteristics was given him from the birth. He was not for the first time here. He has a duty to do. He will come again. I don't know when, where, how, but it was a karmic incarnation for him. Yes, it is. We have no other explanation, and we'll see why. So we go to the numerology. In fact, because he was born on the 29th, that means it's an 11 if we add them, and an old soul. And also in the 5th and May. And if we add all the numbers from his birthday, we'll get 34, and we reduce to a number is number 7. Number 7 is a very strong one, a little bit lonely, but he knows what he wants. He is very oriented to the future, a very strong person, a leader in some. So it's the same thing what we saw in the astrology, we see in the numerology. What the numerology says, he will have a critical phase at 47 or around 47. And it is the period where he was dying. Maybe if he could prevent these things, he could live longer, till 90, more than 90 years, with also risk and periods in his life. But it was not in this life. Maybe the next one, he will make it better. And what was very important for me, I was taking his profile, and I do all the time also the gene keys. Why I do the old keys, all the energies. I take all the time an overview, astrology, numerology, and then I go to the gene keys and to see which were the energies there, because gene keys give me a close connection to the energies, which I am also specialized. Energy centers, energy healings, and to understand a lot of things in energy area. And it was amazing to see. The most people are having 5, 6, but he was, I can show you, it was the numerology, and wrote a lot of notice. And then I took a look at the energy centers. He had special thing, very strong 4 energy centers, genetically very good aspected, And those energy centers are correlated to energy bodies in our body. The stronger of those energy centers was the fifth one here. And the fifth one here is also the voice as an organ. And in energetical body, it's the karmic energetical body. If you take a look in my also previous explanation, I take a look in all energies centers. And here is the energetical karmic body. It was very strong. So his karma was to be born as leader. His karma was to come here and to reach the groups and to be empathic. Also, he was here emotional one. He was not a cerebral. He was taking, he was learned, and so on. But from the body construction, he was an emotional one. So his soul body was all very strong aspected, and solar plexus. This person has a fantastic big energy in solar plexus. So he had more energy than the other peoples. More, we should say in the area as a professional sport guy. He has a lot of gene keys, which was in this area, to have a lot of energy, to work a lot, to work hard, to be a leader, to be born, to go outside to the people. And when he was talking, the people were listening to him. And no one is born. Because this week I took 3 persons. And they are more different than everyone. I can tell you, I took the Helmut Schmidt in Germany. A very strong guy, quiet, fond of family and so on, with a career house in astrology with Jupiter there. So he was born to be successful. Total other guy, he lived until 97 years old. He could mediate, he was hurt, and so on. It was the, how should I say, the one who took the challenge in a calm way and took a look how strategic can I take a look, because he has also the neocortex, Helmut Schmidt. So he was a thinking guy. And then I took also a special person from Romania. It was the king of Romania. He was, when he was 18, was king, and had 7 years of king, and a lot of changes between 1940 and 1947. And then he retired. He must retire somewhere. And because he has also a good charisma, he was not allowed to go back to the country, because he could also lead the society to a new revolutionary way of thinking. So he was not, as John F. Kennedy, he was not killed, the king of Romania, Michael, but he had to retire. He has another way. He must have been maturity of about 5 when he was also king with some subsidiary, and he was supported about family and so on for 3 years. And when you are 18, you are again the king in a very special situation. So you see, all those peoples were born in the same area, 1920, more or less a couple of years. They have another destiny, because their way of living, their way of thinking, they were not so karmic as John F. Kennedy. So the answer, what happened to him, it was a karma from another life which bring him in situation like this. And in fact, also the karmic body was very loaded with energy. The energetic karmic body inside here in the 5th energy center has a lot of karma. Then it was the 8th president. And it was a day when was happened, he left us here and he was going to the other side. It was a 22nd November 1963 or something like this. And 63. And if we add the day where he was also going on the other side, the number is 7. So destiny number 7, in a day with a destiny number 7 on a karmic position, and he was gone. So all those things are together. And also what he started to change in the politic and in the state structure after his death were also put in the reality from the other members. So I want to say you that from a simple birthday, now we can see what happened. We have a chart, an astrology, and so on. And we can say which are your talents. We can say how to focus on yourself. We can say, yes, you are a person which is thinking more and need more strategy. Are you a person which has also the talent to reach the groups, the people? We can tell you if you have emotional intelligence or mental intelligence. All those things are given us from the birth. And it's very important to know that. This is the reason I make some discussion here with you. Just let's talk about these persons to show you that what was them given from the birth with a work. They worked also very, very hard to reach this target, because politics is a very hard job. And you must be all the time trained, and you must have the ability, and you must love it. So the John F. Kennedy was enthusiastic about what he was doing. Don't forget when he came in West Germany after the war, the Second War, and in West Berlin, he was speaking the magic sentence, "Ich bin ein Berliner," with his lovely accent. He was how should I say, magician when he was talking. He could reach the people. The people could understand him. He had the frequency. It was born for this position. And my wish is, take a look also inside of you. Which is your talent? What can you do? And just be yourself. Nothing is easy. It will be boring if it would be easy. But all the time we are having challenges. All the time we can see, okay, we are having critical years in our life. Just take a step back and learn and make something and prepare yourself for the good years. We are having also up and downs. And we have to learn about this. And this is very important for all of us. We are also divine beings, celestial beings, and we are wonderful the way we are. The only thing is just to take care and learn about yourself. The coincidence in our life are very important, because you are not in a special place, in a special time. It's not a coincidence. You have to fulfill something in your life. If your path is not so wonderful for the moment, that means you have something to learn. That means you aren't on the right path. You have learn something, you have a challenge, and try to change this challenge in success. Learn what you have to learn. Close this issue, close this karmic issue. In fact, more or less all the time when we are having issues, strong issues, are karmic issues, are karmic energies. As I told also John F. Kennedy, he has a lot of karmic information in his energetical body. And it was a challenge for him. And he was not at the right place and at the right moment. Now also, as you've seen, it's much better. The information, the technology has been developed. Just learn from these profiles that those persons were taking these challenges in life to be a leader, to be for the people, to be in the politic, to take this challenge, because he was very good. He could take also a business and make a lot of money. To take this political career, it's a very difficult one. To make changes and to make revolutionary things in your life, it's also very difficult. And you have challenges all the time. And not all the time when you are planning something, it will be in the way you are planning. You are having all the time some small issues, but you have to keep going and not give up. So my wish for you is just to please you, to take care of you, to take a look in your life. The life is challenging for the moment, for all of us. But if you are doing what you are meant to do, if you are on your light path, you find the right people at the right moment, and you will develop yourself in the right way. Before I close my analysis today, I please you to subscribe to these channels, because this way you are supporting me and the wonderful team behind me. I thank you very much. It was also a pleasure for me to make this analysis today. And let the light to bring you on the right path, and see you next Thursday with another personality. And we will analyze it together. Thank you very much.